Yo, I was in the shower. Call me back.
What's up, guys? I'm Josh.
I'm Jared. What up?
And as always, with BJ, the man behind the ones and twos. And this is the Melon Party.
Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back. Having a really good time here. This has been a lot of fun. You guys like us. You really, really like us. What was that lady? You remember that?
Yeah,
thing
I
back
do.
in the day, this famous thing. But Jared, go ahead and let people know where they can find us at.
Yeah, don't forget, you leave us a party line hotmail or voicemail on the Melon Party hotline, 317-520-3168. Or shoot us an email, themelonpartypod@gmail. Any topics, feedback, reactions to our hot takes.
Yeah. Did we upset you? Let us know. Let us know. We want to know.
We need to know. We need it.
Yeah, we need to know if you're upset over something. Come and let it all out. That's no one's half the battle, right? So
G.I. Joe. I think we did get a voicemail, didn't we? Don't we have some today?
yeah, we did get a voicemail. Also, real quick, we did get a Facebook page. So we are on the book of faces. We did the Facebook page.
We did it.
I got my Facebook thing hacked.
Boomers
Completely
everywhere will rejoice at our Melon Party Facebook page.
So yeah, and it is named Melon Party. Got the logo. Everything is there. You can also find us on Instagram. The // is that what it's called? Underscore whatever, that little slash on the ground. Do that with after the, and then you're gonna have melon. Then you're doing one of them other slashes on the ground, and then you got the party. It's self-explanatory. We were lucky we got in on the ground. We don't have to pay anybody to get these names yet. So yeah, you can find us there on the social medias. And so going back to what Jared's saying, we did get a voicemail. This is something that it's pretty fun. We've actually gotten quite a few. But this was one from a good buddy of ours, and Richie. You can find him on Chips with Dick on Instagram. He does potato chip reviews. He eats potato chips right in front of you and tells you what he thinks. And from knowing Richie for a few decades, he is somebody that I think you could get some good information on some chips from.
Man knows his chips.
And he also likes to put them on sandwiches, which, that is a great thing. And he finds out if they can sandwich. Can the potato chip sandwich? Do they taste good, first of all, and can they sandwich? So you can find him on Chips with Dick. But, go ahead and play that voicemail. Let's take a look.
Hello, Melon Party hosts and listeners. Your old buddy Dick Stein here, or Richie to most of you probably. Anyways, I was wondering, what is your favorite sandwich? If you had a go-to sandwich, you just had to make one choice, make a sandwich. What is that sandwich? Is it fast food sandwich, homemade sandwich? I'm quite interested. And also, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, is it?
Very important question. I say no. But you guys can decide. All right. Love the pod. Talk to you later.
Bye, Richie. Thanks, man.
Thanks for the call, Richie. Great question.
Yeah. And this is something that our group of friends have had these conversations for a long time.
We've had deep sandwich conversations.
And this is what we talk about.
We go in and out. Jim was a big fan of sandwiches, definitely. He would always send me photos of sandwiches randomly.
He got paid money to be at work and look at photos of sandwiches.
His favorite Tumblr all time was Tom Selleck Waterfall Sandwich, which was just an entire stream of Tom Selleck photos, waterfall photos, and sandwich photos, and they all had to be different, and it was just a feed of different photos of Tom Selleck, different waterfalls, and different sandwich in different variations, and it was quite
good
wonderful.
Stuff. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Love Selleck waterfall sandwich.
So what about you, Jared? You go first. You get a start.
Listen, man, if I'm making the sandwich, or I suck. I could burn water at cooking, man. I'm not making my own sandwich, dude. I'm terrible.
Got that burnt water.
So I'm going out to get a sandwich, and I don't really have one place that I'm looking for a specific sandwich at a specific place, but anytime I go out and get a sandwich and I got a hankering for one, friend, I got to have a club sandwich with no tomato on it.
Okay.
Because typically with the club sandwich, they make the double-decker boys, and you can't even get them in your mouth. I'm not a huge fan of tomato, personally. Hot take.
Fucking doodle eat an onion though.
It's because they're delicious.
Sense.
Well, they do spicy onions for the tum-tum. They hurt your little
Chicken
belly.
onions are terrible. No need for
It's
them.
got to be a club sandwich, no tomato. Get some Applewood smoked bacon on there, maybe some avocado, sourdough bread if I have a preference. That's going to be my go-to sandwich. So I got a sourdough club sandwich, no tomato, avocado, Applewood smoked bacon. How's that?
That's pretty good. I mean, that's the club sandwich is my go-to, especially if I'm going somewhere. When we go out on our lake excursions, I like to have a
boating.
Boat. I love how you said that last
I'm
time.
on a boat today.
And we make sandwiches and stuff to go out because we usually eat lunch on the boat out in the water. And I like the honey ham with some pepper jack cheese with a little chipotle mayo.
Okay. Okay.
And usually it's on white bread because we have young kids, and I mean
that's what I said. Bunny bread.
So your choices on some things are kind of restricted when you got the young kids, but that's kind of my boat. But if I'm going to a restaurant, the club sandwich. But I will have the tomato. But it also kind of with tomatoes, it's a seasonal vegetable or fruit, however you want to.
I mean, like every tomato just tastes like water. Like when you ate a tomato when you were younger, you could taste a tomato.
Yeah.
They used to give me like sores in my mouth, the acid from tomatoes when I was little. That don't happen no more. We got some like genetically modified mutant tomatoes we're eating nowadays, and they're like they inject them full of water and dye to make them look nice at the grocery store.
Yeah, they just get them to last a little longer.
It's a tomato full of lies, and I will not eat it.
Tomatoes are a bunch of freaking liars.
I wish you weren't a liar.
I wish you were a liar. But yeah, I love tomatoes. We used to have, growing up back in the day, we had a tomato garden. My dad did, and back in the shed,
I'm surprised,
salt
Josh, that you didn't say that your favorite sandwich was a barbecue cheddar tuna melt wrap that you microwaved. You savage. I called the police on him one night, folks. It was about 3 a.m. on Xbox. He was after a long bartending shift. Hey, what are you eating, Josh? Oh, man, I got this bagged Star-Kissed tuna out of a bag. He put it on a tortilla, folks, okay? He put barbecue sauce on the Star-Kissed tuna. Then he put cheese on it. And then, folks, here's the ultimate crime, okay? This is when I called the cops. It might have been able to be edible up to this point. But, folks, he microwaved it. He heated this thing up.
Just for 30 seconds.
He microwaved fish with barbecue sauce and cheese on it, folks.
Well, and with the bagged tuna, you save a little bit of that juice to put on it, because when you microwave it, it dries it out, but that helps keep it from. Hey, man, sometimes we get hemmed up. All right, I was hemmed up. It was late. It's all we had at the time, and we were living in Chicago.
This man right here, officer, he was the one. This man.
And I mean, I was surrounded by incredible food. And
I'd
so
rather
Megan
eat
and we had money. We went and ate out a lot. We didn't have kids at that time. We ate out a lot. We had, and so that's all I had. I put it together and
listen. I would rather eat a 5-slab bar S bologna sandwich.
Ooh, with ketchup and potato chips?
Than that, yes. I'd eat 10 of them before I ate one barbecue cheddar tuna melt wrap heated up in microwave. Crime.
I got it done at that time. I'm not going to say I'm not going to make it now. It's
Speaking about chips with dick, though, like the goat chip on a sandwich has got to be the sour cream and onion.
Dude, going with the onion shit. And I'll eat some sour cream and onion, but you're
on the sandwich. That's the goat chip. Either that or just like the wavy crinkle cuts.
Original Lay's.
Yeah, like
just original
Lay's. The salty Lay's.
The real salty because they
the
break
yellow
up.
bag boys.
Yeah, and some time they'll get a little bit of that air blister.
Okay,
on them, and so that adds a little more of a pop and a crunch to it.
Those are good.
I just think the consistency with the texture of those chips with a good sandwich, because you get the depending on what sauce you're going to put on your sandwich. You get a little bit of that. You can get some sweet with a little bit of a crunch.
Think about those.
It gives you a little journey there.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about the Primanti Brothers French fries on the sandwich action?
I like it.
Yes,
I mean, I will put French fries. I mean, you get. I've personally went to say a Wendy's and have gotten junior bacon cheeseburger or whatever they got there, and then went to Rally's for just a small fry.
Okay.
And put the Rally
this
fries
man
on
fast
there.
foods, folks. Okay, now that's a veteran move.
It is a veteran, and it takes some time to get to that level, but you all can do it. You just have to dedicate yourself.
Yeah, it takes dedication to do something like that. Did you know that the fries are supposed to be dipped in the Frosty at Wendy's? That's how it's supposed to be eaten.
It was designed that way?
Yes.
I know it's good. I didn't know it
you're
was
supposed to get
designed
a large fry and a Frosty, and then you dip the fries into the Frosty and eat them that way. That's how it's supposed to be eaten.
Really?
Weird, huh?
I didn't know that was. Yeah, I mean it's fantastic.
That
It's
sounds
a great. I just always thought that was somebody. Joe Blow got hammered one night and decided it's just gonna make a monstrosity, and found out he made a
Nathan
gold
Mobley
mine.
and his Chili Tinway. Shout out Nathan to the Chili Tinway, riding on 2 flat tires on that bike to get it from
I
Steak
respect
and
that
Shake.
guy. I mean, he used 2 flat tires. He would go pick me up something. Too,
Respect the game.
Drunk on 2 flat tires.
Shout out Nate.
about a
Hope you
half
and
a
Maggie
mile
are
ride.
well.
Yeah, but the French fry on the sandwich, the potato chips on the sandwich. I mean,
Those are veteran moves.
yeah.
Love sandwiches.
And I mean, sandwich. It's just
if I'm going to make a
it's an
homemade
adventure.
sandwich, it's got to be a grilled cheese, though.
Yeah,
Just a grilled cheese, man. Just give me grilled cheese.
grilled cheese in the oven too.
Yeah, in the oven.
Yeah,
Look at
oven 'em
you
up a little
bougie
bit.
dude.
Well,
got an oven on your boat, too.
we got
boating.
we got the double oven, at the house. So
2 ovens.
yeah, so you get the I
Man.
mean, when you move on from the
What a
barbecue
Thanksgiving
tuna
at your
to
house,
the-
then.
Hey, we got a nice kitchen.
That's pretty nice.
But we when you make a sandwich, I mean, that's the beauty of making a sandwich. There are no rules.
Is a hot dog a sandwich was his follow-up question, though. And, I mean, that's the chicken and the egg, folks. I mean, I guess by definition, sandwich is what? 2 pieces of bread
I would think so. Yes.
with a protein in the middle, right?
Simple. Yeah. I would go with that. I would
A
go with
hot
that as
dog-
the explanation is exactly that.
Is 2 pieces of bread, but it's closed-ended. So I guess it would be a closed-faced sandwich by definition.
I mean, is Subway a sandwich?
I mean,
it's basically Subway has the closed end.
I guess
on
by
some
that
of 'em.
same definition, then a taco would also be a sandwich.
Ooh, I don't know the hard shell though.
Well, I mean, a hard or
maybe-
soft. It's
maybe
2
a
pieces
burrito.
of carb. It's, I mean, a tortilla is a bread.
With tortilla, those would be labeled a wrap because you can seal it up, right?
Mm-hmm. Is a wrap a sandwich? Then I mean, it's
it's a wrap.
It's a carb encased with protein inside of it. Unless you're having a veggie wrap, but I mean, a vegetable sandwich is still a sandwich.
Sandwich.
A sandwich is a sandwich. I mean, this is a deep philosophical question that'll go across cultural norms and mores. And I'm sure people across the pond that are listening over in Finland and Germany would have feedback on this. Hey, shout out to whoever's listening in Finland and Germany to this
that's
pod.
pretty wild.
Give us a call or an email. We want to know who you are and why. We have
Yeah, or
Google
how you came
Translate
across this.
available
That's
if
pretty
needed.
cool. Yeah, I like Germany. Been there.
But
Cool place.
I don't know, man. I'm going to say no. A hot dog is its own thing. By definition, is it a sandwich? Probably. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I'm saying no. Definitively. No, it's not a sandwich. A taco is also not a sandwich. They are their own things entirely. They've earned their designation. A hot dog?
Well, tacos come from Mexico, right? The whole idea. So they
mean,
named it
sure.
a taco. That's what they want it to be.
Maybe.
It's the same way with the hot dog. Hot dog and to me, is a sandwich. We just called it a hot dog just to have it be separate, a separate thing, an American cuisine.
As American as apple pie. I mean, hot dogs at
American
ball
as a hot dog.
games.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and I think that's the thing. Is
it's earned its place and its designation.
We give certain things that are actually one thing, but we'll give it a different label for it to stick out. And I think a hot dog deserves to stick out. A good dog. I mean, ballpark dog.
Yum.
Good, man.
I love those Nathan hot dogs. Those are delicious.
But yeah, I think to find the true answer of this would take. I mean, you'd have to have a team of scientists
Yeah.
and analytics
Yeah.
broken down.
We need a deep dive on this if we're
yeah.
going to get to the bottom of this.
And I think that's the issue. I think that's why we're having the discussion, is because there hasn't been that put into this.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been the studies. There hasn't. I don't know if you use DNA, but DNA, it sounds scientific, and
CSI enhance.
Yeah.
Enhance this sandwich further. Enhance.
Yeah.
Enhance.
But I'm gonna go hot dog sandwich. I feel that
Wow.
I'm gonna call it a hot dog though. I just think that we call it a hot dog to give it its own identity,
Yeah.
to pull it away from the.
It's
sandwich.
weird. The nomenclature of the sandwich is just strange, because a burger is a sandwich, but you don't call it a burger sandwich. You don't call it a hamburger
Right.
sandwich unless you're like Wimpy from Popeye in 1930 or something.
Right.
Like no one says hamburger sandwich. It's just a burger. Because again, it is a sandwich, yes, but it's a burger, and I think it's earned its own designation as such. It's
Absolutely.
superseded the label of sandwich. Not
Absolutely.
to besmirch sandwich as a label in general, but I've digressed at this point.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I think it is what it is, and that is, I think it's a sandwich. I just
You gonna be
think that
serving
it's got
hot
its
dogs
own-
for your holiday season this year? We're coming up on Christmas here, man. You gonna serve hot dogs or sandwiches at your holidays this year?
No hot dogs. We usually do for Christmas, if we get a chance to get with the family. We'll do Mexican, and then we'll switch it up a little bit and have a little mixture.
Nice.
Got
Do
the
like
got the mash
enchiladas and tacos and
Yeah.
rice and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yum.
We'll do a couple different meats. We'll do like a pulled pork, and then I think chicken, like a shredded chicken, and then of course we'll have a mash. We'll have some deviled eggs because fuck, dude.
Who
Shove
doesn't
those
have
for
deviled eggs?
every
We didn't
meal.
shout out the deviled eggs at the Thanksgiving episode, and that was a pretty big oversight. Also got called out for our lack of love of green bean casserole.
Oh.
So
I think green bean casserole falls in kind of like with stuffing with me. I think it's a 2-3 out of 10 that I enjoy. I think it's the maker. That
yeah,
comes out,
exactly. You got a lot of variation on those green bean casseroles. And what do you think? Well, I know you're going to hate it, but I love it when they put the dried onions on the top, the big dried onion crust across the top of the green bean casserole.
Not bad. The dried onions like that because the onion's been fried out of it.
Yeah, the no spicy for the tum-tum won't hurt your belly and make it hurt.
It has nothing to do.
Poor guy can't eat an onion.
It has nothing to do with spiciness. It has to do.
spicy like black pepper hurts
his my belly. God.
Oh my goodness.
The fucking onion was used as a torture device at one point,
Listen,
and now you're eating it out of joy.
When you go out and you hang an onion on your belt as a man does. Like an old man Simpson. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, no, but another cool tradition that I really like doing, and we've actually my squad family, the wife and the kids have done this for some other things, but my cousin Bridget introduced our family a while back, and we do this every Christmas. But it's this big like Saran wrap ball, and so you start out, and in the center there's maybe like a $5 bill, and then you wrap a little bit, and then you'll add like little toys, or you'll throw some scratchies in there.
I think I've seen
and
that.
then you wrap a little more, and then you'll add stuff, and then you have this massive ball. It's about the size of a bowling ball, and inside of it's wrapped all these things. So the rules of it though are, you have to find the edge, and there's different edges because you'll wrap some, then tear it off, and you get in a circle.
Okay.
All right, and so the person, let's say I have the ball, you're on my left, I have this ball. You have 2 6-sided die.
Okay.
And you keep rolling them die till you hit doubles. Once you hit doubles, I hand it to you, and then you do
see.
it. So you can't rip or tear. You have to find the edge,
peel.
and then you got to peel it and let it roll off, and then you have to find the next one, and you do it. And whatever you pull, and whatever
You get
falls
to
out,
keep.
you get to keep.
Nice.
So, and of course, we got some younger kids and stuff. So
I bet they get raging when they can't hit them doubles and somebody's just dropping
it's
like
just like
crazy.
hurry. And it's
They're
like, yeah, and they get into the
"Ah!"
groove, and that ball's shrinking. It's like, and it's just rolling.
Oh, that sounds
And you
fun.
can't get double. It is
Nice.
fun, and it's fun, and it's really cool too because we do have some. Well, I mean, a lot of my young cousins, they're not young anymore. A lot of them are out of high school or about to be out of high school. But it is a fun little tradition we do, and
Sounds fun. I
so
was
that's
about to
pretty cool.
rag on the ones that were like normal, like the hide in the pickle and this elf on the shelf. Like this stuff, like I hate it.
Yeah, we do the Elf on the Shelf.
Like, what is that?
It's weird.
It's a thing, and you move him around, and he's like a little demon. He's Chucky. What is he? I don't understand it, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
The Elf on the Shelf is another way, and especially in as humans, we come up with deities and we come up with these ideas to make us like behave, and that's kind of what the Elf on the Shelf is. It's a way
to
watcher, to get your kids to calm the fuck down for the last month of the year. And
Elf on the Shelf's
yeah,
gonna
and
get
it's like,
you.
hey, he's watching. And if they touch him, he loses magic and he stays in place. Or if he's if you say the kids had a rough day, and it was just they got in trouble for stuff, whatever. He doesn't move. So every time they wake up and he's in a different spot, they know
they've done good.
They did good the day before. And
it's a barometer of the kids. Okay.
Yeah. So,
well, I mean,
so
that's
it's
a little
another
bit
way
better than.
It's a physical way to see
But a
that
lot of them
Santa's
elves don't
watching
move.
you.
But a lot of them are just glued, like parents super nailed him to the wall. Be like, he ain't moving now.
Or a
You
lot
little
of them
hellions.
the elves don't show up.
He ain't
you know?
even gonna go nowhere now.
But the kids get to name him or name her, whatever you got, and and then
What's the pickle thing? Do you know anything
I
about
have
this?
no idea what you're talking about.
There's like an ornament sometimes that comes with Christmas trees, and it's a pickle.
okay.
And you're supposed to like hide it inside of the tree somewhere, and someone finds it, and you get free pickles for a year. I don't
got time
know.
to be searching a tree
Listen.
with a pickle, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not in that kind of a pickle.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds a little weird to me. I don't get it.
A Christmas pickle is a German-American Christmas tradition.
American, go figure.
A decoration in the shape of a pickle is hidden on a Christmas tree, with the finder receiving a reward or good fortune for the next year, or a kid in 9 months.
Ooh, oh
that
man,
may be an edit at the end. I mean,
Oh, you did.
Okay.
she found the pickle under the tree.
Oh my! Gonna give her a little tickle pickle.
Got her that good pickle. The pickle that's not quite pickled. Well, I don't know.
I mean, every time. I mean, I'm from a pretty German family, as is most from Indiana here, southern Indiana, where we're from. And like every Thanksgiving and Christmas, we'd always have like a platter of like little mini pickles and pickle slices and like 5 different kinds of pickles, and that was always like kind of a staple and maybe out of place at most random celebrations.
Yeah, my household, we crush pickles yearly. So
love
that
pickles,
probably
dude.
would never.
Delicious.
Yeah, the snap pickles.
Yeah,
The
those
snap
are
pickles
good.
are nice. Come in a little package, perfect for the kids. They love that shit.
Yeah.
We can take those out when we go
I'm into
hiking
pickles,
and stuff
man.
like that. Yeah, the pickle, the revolution or the evolution of the pickle game has been fantastic the last 5 years.
Jim was a big fan of those famous Dave spicy pickles. He was always like, bro, these famous Daves. He'd like eat a whole
Solid
jar of
crunch
them,
to
dude.
'em and shit,
He'd be
too.
like, he'd get on the weekend and we'd be like hanging out late on Xbox chatting or whatever. And he'd wake up on Sunday morning and be like, man, my guts are killing me. I ate a half a jar of them spicy pickles last
Ate them and then went to bed.
Yeah, bro. Could you
Oh.
imagine eating a half a jar of pickles about 2 a.m, boy? Your guts be gone the next day, son.
And then on top, waking up,
Be
hitting that
farting blood.
first like 2 or 3 drinks of coffee, and then it's just Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
Oh, goodness. No bueno.
Yeah.
But yeah, the old man for like Christmas and stuff for us usually does like he'd cook like a nice tenderloin or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do ham or turkey, but usually like old man's just been a grill master lately. So then we get like mashed potatoes or a vegetable, or my Aunt Marty always makes like beef and noodles. That's a really
Okay,
big cheesy potatoes and stuff like that. So, but I tell you what, man, my family wasn't super big on holidays. We didn't go hard on people's birthdays, like, oh, here's a card, happy birthday, you may get a cake. Wasn't really big of having parties or something, maybe when you're little or something, of course, but like not real big on birthdays. You'd have Thanksgiving. But I tell you what, man, Christmas in my house, son, it was the hot shit, boy. It was the best time of the year.
Yeah.
Best holiday. Mom and Dad hooked it up fat
Yeah.
for Christmas, dude. Like, you'd come down that Christmas morning, and underneath that tree, bro, like a mountain of presents,
Oh,
dude.
man.
Just every present you could imagine. Man,
Everything out of the
clothes.
Sears catalog.
Oh my God, dude. So many clothes. You get all the dope clothes. You get all the dope toys, video games, dude.
Yeah.
I remember like the the best Christmas like youth that memory that like really sticks out to me was like I was in high school. It's like I was a sophomore maybe. It was the year that the PlayStation 2 was coming out. You remember nobody could get one.
Yeah, it was the first time we were seeing that with
yeah,
systems.
they were sold out with systems. You couldn't find them. So like, of course I wanted one. Didn't think I was getting one because you couldn't get them.
Yeah.
So, like, that no expectation, you know. Wake up Christmas morning, I'm opening the presents, I'm getting the normal stuff, and then mom's, like, gorilla style hidden one behind the tree in the very corner that you can't see. And she's like, oh, I think you got one more back there. And I'm like, oh, what's this? I pull it out. It's a box. I rip it. PlayStation 2.
Damn,
son.
that's such a great feeling.
Bro, I would nuts. I'm like 16, 15 or something. I was like, oh my God, bro.
Oh, man.
And she was like, I went to KB Toys at the Fair Oaks
Nice,
Mall.
yeah.
At the Fair Oaks for KB. She was like, I went in there on my lunch break just on a whim. And she was like, just ask the guy. She's like, you wouldn't happen to have any PlayStation 2s? But he was like, I got one back there, but you got to buy an extra controller and 2 games. Clutch for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the
Yeah.
extra controller and
Yeah,
2 games.
worked out good for you.
Got
Tough for the
got
parents.
the X Games. The
Okay,
X Games. I think that came with it.
Yeah, that was one of the early ones.
And I
yeah.
got NFL Game Day,
Okay.
the football game. And what was the other one? I think it was Soul Calibur, a fighting game.
Yeah. That was. Yeah.
That me and Mike were sick on that. And boy, we tore that up. I didn't have a memory card.
Oh yeah, the memory.
So
cards.
me and Mike were tearing that PlayStation up. We like unlocked all them characters on that Soul Calibur. Didn't have a memory card. I had to leave that boy on for like 2 days while we drove to Seymour and bought a memory card. Great Christmas, Mom. Shout out, Mom. You killed it that Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, that's such a great feeling. That's why I like watching the videos of kids unwrapping like consoles and shit now. The excitement, because I remember that Nintendo. I remember the first Nintendo.
Oh, bro, hell yeah!
It just came with they bought the Nintendo. It came with 2 controllers and it came with the combo game Hogan's Alley with regular Mario.
Yeah.
And I tore that bitch up for
Hell yeah.
I mean, days straight. You know, once that was exciting.
Clutch
until we
gift.
could till Dad got Contra, because him and his buddies like playing the Contra, because they had an Atari when I was a little before I was born.
Yeah.
And so we'd play a little Nintendo together. He'd get so mad because I'd be like, hey, you want to play with me? And then I'd just play and not die. Because that's all I was doing, playing with it. And then he's sitting there watching me and be like, I ain't doing this shit.
Nice, man.
But yeah, I remember that. I remember getting the Nintendo 64.
Hell yeah,
that was,
dude.
But yeah, that's such a great feeling. So
Yeah.
I like, and now that I've got, my son's big into gaming stuff and he's really wanting a
Sure,
PlayStation 5 and stuff. So it's
So
going to be
much fun.
cool to just to see when he unwrapped his Nintendo Switch, like the excitement he had. And so that's always a cool thing, looking back at the exciting stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, and then Christmas and we were mentioning. So when we all lived together in Bloomington there for a few years, it was you, Jesse, Rusty, Nate, and me. Right,
Yeah.
that was the main household,
Yeah.
and then
Those were the 5 on the lease.
yeah, and then we had Steve and Jim.
Steve and Jim just chilling.
would come and hang out quite a bit.
Maggie was there with Nathan a lot.
That's when they met, yeah. But we all got together and we decided one day, because that was we were hitting in our 20s, so really, we weren't getting anything from our parents anymore. We didn't want anything from our parents at that time.
we were all basically independent.
Yeah, and you kind of hit that era where you like a lot of the holidays and stuff. They're just not. I mean, they're not. There's that excitement's dead and stuff. And I didn't
Right.
get that back until I had kids.
Right.
But we decided one year that with all of us living together, let's get some stockings. We're going to hang them up on the wall and let's start doing some gifting for each other.
Yeah.
And we went to, and of course, we're going to like cheap store, like dollar stores.
And we drew for Secret Santa that year too.
Yeah,
we did a Secret
Santa, and then we were doing like Goodwills and things like that. So we were finding
Because
ridiculous.
we were broke, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, broke, and like we didn't need anything. Like we had the things
we were living
needed.
Spartan lifestyles.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I fell asleep. I had a bedroom in that house.
You
without
never
a
slept
bed.
in it.
Never slept in that
You
room.
never slept in it 1 year, dude.
I
You're
fell
paying
s-
for storage that year,
Yeah,
bro, not for
I
a
slept
room.
on the living room floor most of the time, passed out
on
Like,
that
was
brutal back-breaking futon that I
Yeah.
had in that living room.
that was a heavy time lot of alcohol and drugs were being used at that time. A lot of my sleeps were just me falling asleep in my work
Passing
clothes on the living room floor, no pillow, nothing, just knocked out, and then sitting up and going to fucking work. And but we decided to do a Christmas thing. We all did that, and we got some, of course, like. We wanted to get some cool shit. But, one of my favorite parts of that night, we unwrapped everything. We I think it was like 6 hours, because I don't think Nathan was there, because he and Maggie were starting to really see each other, and I think they were gone. But it was
he was there earlier in the day, but he took off to be with Maggie that night, because
Yeah.
it was that morning we got up, and that's when Jesse brought back all those clothes from Freetown, all those crazy ass
right.
clothes. Like
From the
5
80s,
trash
80s and
bags from the
90s.
70s and 80s and 90s of crazy ass clothes. And we put all those clothes on, and that was in the morning when we all got back from like our holidays, and we started putting all those wild ass clothes on. And then that's when we got that hair up our ass to go get the Christmas photos at Walmart.
Yeah, I went to Walmart. All
We went
dressed
to,
up.
we got dressed up in these clothes. We're like, let's go get Christmas photos. Just on a, I don't know who said it. So we went to Walmart, all like 6, 7 of us, dressed like absolute fools. Most people have probably seen it.
Yeah.
And we had those amazing holiday photos
Yeah.
taken.
We got the biggest package they had.
Like 10 different poses
Yeah.
of shit, dude.
We ended up
yeah.
having like 5 to 10 people standing around watching.
Yeah,
like, watching
the
photos being
photographer
taken.
was eating it up
Yeah,
on that shit.
that was a lot of
That
fun.
was great. So we did that during the day, and then we came back and we did like the Secret Santa and the gift give that
Yeah.
night.
And so Rusty got us all one big gift.
He got us a house gift.
Yeah, got us a big
Mr.
2-3
Thundermaker.
foot Mr. Thunderbaker big water bong. That was awesome. That I ended up breaking.
He
within
broke
like
it the
day or
same
two.
night, dude. I think.
Yeah, that's rough. And then, but we got things like slingshot. Somebody got a slingshot.
It was me.
You.
It was me. So Jim was my Secret Santa guy in the gift giver. Okay. So with my stocking, I got a slingshot, and it wasn't one of those like wooden Y slingshots.
No,
It
not
was
like
one
your
of
Cracker Barrel.
those badass 80 tactical slingshot boys with the arm
The arm
brace.
yeah.
And it's got like the big that you shoot like ball bearings out of. My brother Tyler had one in the 80s, of course,
You
and was
could mess 'em
deadly
some.
with
Yeah.
that thing.
I mean, you could take a bird out, a couple birds out. With
So
one
I get
shot.
I get this slingshot, I pull it out, and I'm elated to get it, of course, and I go, oh my God, it is on. And I pull it back the farthest that I can the very first time. Very first time I pull it back and immediately break
Just
it.
snaps.
Snaps
Done.
one of the sides of the slingshot.
Done.
Never fired one thing out of it.
We didn't hit a squirrel with it.
It
We didn't get
was
nothing out of it.
absolutely
No fun out of it.
heartbroken.
Which is probably a good thing though, because we
Would have been in trouble.
Yeah, we
would have
would've
broken
broken
windows
yeah,
or shot a
exactly.
cop or something.
Yeah, there would have
Who
been
knows?
something bad happening with
The
it.
other two gifts were almost better, though. I mean, I wanted the slingshot bad, so I got me the slingshot, and then Jim got me a white do-rag.
Yeah, that's right. The all white do rag.
He got me an all-white do-rag, okay? So I put that on. It had instructions for how to put it on, because I had no fucking idea.
Because you had to wrap it.
A
and
white
stuff.
do-rag, and then he got me a penny novel from the dollar store called White Apache Warrior Born. And it was about this orphan cowboy who got raised by Indians
Yeah.
and was white Apache and was like some Western
Yeah,
hero.
white
dude.
heroism.
Dude, man, it was like 85 pages, like with
Oh.
huge print on it, dude. I read it in like 90 minutes and it was hilarious, bro.
such awesome.
White Apache Warrior Born.
Yeah,
Great read.
That's what sucks, man. I don't remember what I got.
I think you got the sword, didn't you? Didn't you get the sword?
I might have got I still have a
Somebody
couple
had
swords.
that big blue samurai sword.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody got a big blue samurai sword. It was either you or Jesse. Steve got
Oh
nunchucks.
my gosh, the nunchuck. Yes,
Real wood and chain nunchucks.
So we were in a part in our lives at that point where like we were all together every day. We had guys coming over who didn't even live there that was just there all day, even when we weren't there. But we were, like I said earlier, there was a lot of drinking, a lot of drug. Like it was just that time. I mean, 23?
23 to 25.
Yeah. So I was like, it's the time to get it out of your system and have a good. And we're living in one of the best towns in America.
Yeah.
Bloomington, Indiana, baby.
Yeah.
And so we ended up getting the 5, 6. I forget how many were there, but we drank a gallon of whiskey. And when we drank whiskey, we shot it. And you'd have everybody. You have 1 2-liter of Coke with a gallon of whiskey. So you get a little bit of Coke, and you had to let it. You had to let it go because everybody just got a little bit.
No
and that's
mixed
all
drinks.
Yeah,
Shots and
just
chasers.
shots. And and then when you're doing shots like that at that age, and you're doing them that many
Get wild.
nightly, you get wild. But then after the 11th, 12th shot, man, you don't taste shit. You don't feel shit. You don't
You're
taste
blind,
it. You're
dude.
just gone. So our buddy Steve is in the kitchen, and Steve has a martial art background. His father, I think, is
Kyokushin, big black belt.
Yeah, great dude. And so he's kind of raised in that, so that's why he got the nunchucks. So Steve's in our kitchen, and so we had a layout to where the kitchen, big open layout, kitchen and the living rooms right there together, separated by a little half wall, and we had our little mini fridge there or whatever in the futon. And he's by himself in the kitchen, and he's winging these things around. Of course, he's 3 sheets to the wind.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, eyes like he looking through walls. Like this guy was just gone. So all of us are kind of away from him.
Yeah, we
and
don't
letting
want to
him do his
catch a
thing.
stray
Yeah,
chuck
yeah.
to the face. Hell no.
'Cause Steve, I mean, he get in those moods. I mean, he kicked a street sign down the stairs and hit me in the shin, and I thought for sure
couldn't walk for
oh man, I thought
2
for sure he
days.
broke my shin. I mean, I still have an indention. I'm feeling it right now, thinking about it in my shin. So we all knew to stay back. We're sitting in the living room area, and Steve's just in there by himself, and he's
Chucking.
He's in his own world. He is Bruce Lee at that moment.
He's killing it.
And so somebody has an apple, and because we just always had random shit.
Jesse always had fruit. He was always
Yeah.
eating fruits and apples and bananas.
So it was probably Jesse, and Jesse looks at Steve and goes, "Hey, Steve, heads up," and tosses it through the living room
Tosses
into
the
it.
apple.
And Steve, in one blow, comes up under and snaps this apple in half with his nunchucks, and it was
Perfect broken
it was the
apple.
most amazing thing in the world. So all of us are falling on the floor in shock and just in like it was the coolest thing.
It looked like he cut it with a samurai sword. It broke so perfectly
Yeah.
in half.
And the sound, I can still remember the sound.
It was
and-
like a movie.
Yeah,
and
it
we
was.
absolutely fell out, man.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
It was
one of the
absolutely
coolest things
incredible.
I've ever seen. It just couldn't have happened.
Great time.
Because if we could have tried that thing over and over again,
You could have never done it again. He couldn't have hit the apple again if we
No,
threw
yeah.
him 9 more. No way.
And the thing, what's crazy about it is there's no way he even saw the apple. No. He just saw Jesse
was
lob
pure
something. He was just like
instinct.
fucking, yeah.
Pure instinct.
And he hits it and he wraps the chuck around and catches the ball. I mean, it was the coolest thing ever.
Great
man.
times,
Shout
man.
out if you're listening, Steve. Love you, miss you.
Yeah.
That was that
Shout
was
out
an
Steve and
awesome,
Danielle, for sure.
awesome experience.
Yeah.
So that's
That
a
was a
fun
memorable
to look
Christmas
back.
for sure,
I'm
man.
so happy we did that.
We had a great time that year in that house, man.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
did it. Yeah, that was when we really, because we were all close at that point, but that's when we really began that daily.
Yeah.
And from there on, I mean, we spoke every day.
Yeah.
From that day on,
We were
even when
really
we went
tight
to different
after that
cities
year,
and
for
different
sure.
states and stuff. That's
sure.
what really. I mean, like I said, we were all real best friends at that time, but that's when like we became family in a sense, and
Yeah.
that's carried on into today's world.
For sure. Yeah, good times, man.
Yeah.
Miss that for sure.
Yeah. So if you're in your 20s and you're listening to this, live it up, man.
Yeah,
Have as
now's the
much
time to
fun.
do it,
I
dude,
mean,
when
don't
you're
go out
young.
there and jump in front of buses and shit. Don't get yourself killed, but
Don't go
enjoy.
stair diving like I used
Yeah,
to.
don't jump into a big construction cone and ride that thing down 2 or 3 flights of stairs. Like that hurts. I mean, you'll get
Yeah.
over it, but that shit can mess you up.
Get a little wild.
Jared
Make
almost
some friends.
And then Jared, another thing, dude, down those wooden steps. That guy tried to talk to you in there,
In that wheelchair, and that was Halloween,
We
boy.
talked you out of it, and then there was some other drunk guy who's like, "I'll do it," and he does it, and that guy doesn't hit the
Face plant.
first step before that chair throws him out and rubs his face down that. I mean,
20
blood and
foot
teeth
onto
all over the
his
concrete.
face, dude. And I was like, boy, I'm glad I didn't do that.
that guy had an
That
expensive
dude
medical
was
bill after that
immediately
one.
going to the hospital.
Yeah, I mean,
Shout out
blood's-
that dude. Hope your soup diet's good.
Yeah, man, I'm
Because your teeth are gone.
Yeah, I mean the blood stain on that concrete that was there forever.
Man, yeah,
He
good
blasted.
Christmas though, man.
Yeah.
You got anything you're looking forward to this Christmas? You gonna ask for or get yourself anything, or you got anything on your list that you're looking forward to?
Nah, not really. I'm more interested, what we're gonna get the kids and
I was gonna
stuff.
say, what's on your kids list? You said you got Bennett a set of Jordans here coming in the mail. Is that gonna be a Christmas present?
Nah, that kid's spoiled. Those are just for
just
basketball season coming up. He had a
right.
great season last year. He really loves basketball.
Probably
and
gonna get some Spider-Man gifts for Christmas or something. I know he likes that
He
Spider-Man.
loves Spider-Man. But no, he got him some Jordans for his basketball season. He loves basketball like his dad, and I'm a Jordan fan. I wear Jordans. They're
pretty sick
He just
shoes.
wants, any son wants to be like his dad.
Yeah,
So
well, that's got to be cool
we'll
though,
get him
man.
we're gonna get him looking good on the court.
Nice.
Match up his game a little bit. But kid wise, Piper's hit that age, and she's all into. She wants face stuff, and she don't want toys really anymore, which is cool. Just likes clothes. She's,
Beauty stuff.
yeah,
she's like
she's
looking
just-
at fashion and like
yeah,
looking
she's
after
getting into-
herself and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
getting
she's
into
getting that
boys.
age.
And she's got her nightly routine and stuff. And she's
Yeah,
taking
well,
care
she's
of
learning
herself.
from mom that
Yeah.
way, just like Bennett learns from you.
Yeah.
So how
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah, my wife's raising a classy little gal, and I'm raising a heathen.
Well, that's how it goes, man. Boys will be
Well,
boys,
just-
girls will be girls.
Be the best.
That's good, man. You got a beautiful family, dude. I
Yeah.
love it. That's
yeah,
awesome.
so I don't really have anything I look forward to. Megan and I will occasionally. She's a great gift buyer. She surprises
Yeah.
me every now and then. With
Women
some
are.
stuff.
They're super just conscious about that. I mean, men I'm a terrible gift giver.
Yeah, I like with her.
sure.
Like I'm gonna have to reach out to her mom or something, try to find. Like I just because she
gets herself everything she wants, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
and she's not a needy person.
Right.
Like like if there's something she wants or needs, go fucking get it, And
Yeah.
and she's not somebody who needs a lot. Like she enjoys clothing and stuff like that, but like I don't know
Yeah.
her style. Like she,
to get her something very like personalized, like
Yeah.
if she's got
Well,
like a
that's-
hobby or
And that's the
something.
thing too. I've looked into like doing pro, but a lot of that stuff she would just be like, "Yeah, that's cool, but it's kind of cheesy."
Yeah.
Like she's just like she's like that, Or
Nice.
she don't really get into the cheesier kind of stuff like that. So I'll figure something out with that. But
Yeah,
sooner or later, I like to get to where we just do like family trips.
yeah,
So
yeah,
quit
dude.
spending the money on shit the kids aren't gonna
yeah.
use. And
Hell yeah, go get an experience for the family instead.
Yeah, and like we got ideas because I can't wait to take the kids to Europe and
Yeah,
travel
that'd be
just this
awesome.
country more too. Because I mean, I think they've at least been to 10,
gonna
11
say, you
different
guys-
states,
Yeah,
so they travel
nice.
quite a
I was
bit.
gonna say, yeah, you go around on your boat and stuff. That's gotta be cool to go camping and stuff like that.
Yeah, they definitely experience more traveling at their age than what I did
Very
growing
cool.
up, and that was one thing. But hopefully we'll get to that point. And I mean, we don't want to spend no big money on going to Europe and stuff with Bennett being 7, and he may not even remember or even understand yet what the experience actually is. So
Yeah.
we're gonna wait a little bit, but hopefully we get to that point. What about you, man? What are your things with being a single dude? What's
Single
your kind of shit?
man, single, ready to mingle. You know how I do, boy. No, man. I mean, I'm poor. I just bought a new house, so
That'll do it.
I got a new shower head and shower setup because my old one was leaking, so
Oh,
that's pretty
nice.
sweet.
That's
yeah,
exciting.
man. I
Home
finally hung
ownership.
up some new stuff on my walls, some more photos from like Austin, the Alamo Draft House, which is the dope theater
Yeah,
down there.
badass place.
And Top Notch Burgers that I lived right next to,
That's
which
a
you might
good
have seen
place,
in Dazed and Confused, the
Yep.
little drive-in there that's not changed since like the 70s.
I think we ate there when the
Hell
first
yeah,
time I
dude.
met you.
Amazing
or
burgers,
went out
dude.
there to see you.
Like the grill hasn't changed since like 1952
Yeah,
or
you
something.
taste
It's
all
still
that fat and grease shit that's been
charred.
on- yeah.
Man, delicious char burgers and milkshakes. Yum yum.
That
Shout
is
out.
the shit.
Shout out Top Notch. So yeah, man, just like most of my money goes into the house, and I got Obie and Izzy, taking care of them. Those two dogs are a pain
handful.
in my ass, but I love them to death. They're great. No,
Yeah.
and they keep me. They're good for me, and I'll probably spoil them a little bit for Christmas.
There you go.
I got some little sweaters coming in the mail
There you
because
go.
Izzy's got like short hair, and Jim always had sweaters for them because
Yeah.
he kept his house at 42 degrees during the winter.
Psycho.
So yeah, man, I'm probably just gonna keep it chill. I spent all my money on PlayStation 5 and Baldur's Gate, so I'm just keeping my money there out of that, and yeah, gonna keep it chill. Probably watch some Christmas movies, man. You know, like Die Hard.
Ooh, yeah, there we go.
You know, what is your favorite Christmas movie, and why is it Die Hard, Josh?
Die Hard is up there, but I'll tell you my favorite. It's kitschy, I guess, but or tacky, I guess is what the word. But Christmas.
Christmas Vacation. It's definitely in the top 3 all time.
I mean, and the
my
thing is,
top 3
will hold up forever.
Yeah, my top 3 Christmas movies all time, Desert Island Christmas movies, is going to be Die Hard.
Okay.
Number 1.
Yep.
Number 2, Christmas Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Chevy Chase. It's great. Cousin Randy. Everybody loves it. It's infinitely amazing. Number 3. Got to be Home Alone.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It's got to be. Kevin McAllister wanted those men to come into the house.
Yeah, it's pretty
He was
wild.
waiting for them. He's a predator.
Have you ever seen that where they re-edit?
Yes.
And they make it like they'll
It's
take a
great.
movie like that and re-edit the
It's
trailer
great.
into like a horror film. It's fucking brilliant. All right, so like for me though, like my third, a top 3, a 3 would be a toss because I really like Elf too.
Elf is a wonderful movie.
Yeah, like it's one of those
funny.
that coming out because a lot of the Christmas movies that were really great for us, like through our time of growing old, a lot of them are all the old ones. There wasn't anything that like new that came out and stuck. Like Jingle All the Way never was a banger. I mean, it was like it came out, you're like, all right, Arnold, but like Elf was one of those that came out. I was like, finally, like a newer Christmas movie that's going to go down as like a classic.
Yeah.
You know?
Another one that came out just after Elf, another great Christmas comedy movie that not a lot of people have seen that's incredible. Bad Santa with Billy Bob
that's
Thornton.
True. I forgot about
Woo!
that. Real good.
That one is a peach. For all you parents out there, that is not for child consumption. Do not watch that movie with your young children. That's an adult rated R movie, but
So good.
I think
so
the Christmas
good.
Story is trash.
The Ralphie Story, A Christmas Story,
I
you'll
never
shoot
liked
your
it.
eye out.
Never liked it?
No,
Bumpases!
I never
It's corny.
Son of a bitch!
I had an abusive real father. Why do I want to watch one on
Yeah,
Christmas?
that's true. I
Like,
can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was
can
like,
get
this
that.
is a terrible movie.
I can get that. Where it's almost like, yeah.
The mom's scared to death of him.
Yeah.
She was a
Yeah.
battered wife for sure.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a very high strung
Oh yeah. So-
person. And then that high strung is double because it's the holidays. Kind of, it's like,
Lethal Weapon was also during the time.
True.
Because he was selling Christmas trees.
You're right. Lethal Weapon is also a Christmas movie.
never
Lethal Weapon 1.
thought of that.
And then
Good
also,
call.
if you look at Batman Returns, that's also shot during Christmas.
Yes.
time.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So if you want an excuse to watch certain movies that may or may not be Christmas, like, hey, there's a Christmas tree in it.
Hey, there's a tree.
Yeah.
The city there is celebrating it.
Yeah. Great Christmas
I didn't
movies.
even think of that.
Great
I
Christmas
mean,
movies.
there's so many of them. Mm-hmm. That because we were talking about them with Thanksgiving, but I mean, even a lot of the great Thanksgiving ones, you're starting out with Christmas movies at that time. You're not watching like Thanksgiving movies.
There's many more Christmas movies than there are Thanksgiving movies, obviously.
And I think too with Christmas, it's a much easier thing to write about. There's so many different stories that can be done with it because, like we were just
romance,
saying, comedy,
drama.
the stress of the season, and it's one of those things where it's different to everybody, and so there's so many different stories. So I think it's one of those things. It's much easier to come up with a
Is
story
Dutch
for Christmas.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's-
just Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Is it Thanksgiving?
I think they picks him up like after Thanksgiving and is bringing them home for Christmas.
break.
Yeah,
and they
okay.
like
Something like
spend
that.
like the holidays on the road, basically.
Yeah,
I think is that
yeah.
movie. Sweet movie, Dutch though. Ed
Yeah.
O'Neill, great.
Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
He was
Gotta
red hot.
love Ed
He was
O'Neill.
red hot at that time. Man.
Shrews
Ed
Al
O'Neill
Bundy,
was-
man,
yeah,
number
he-
one show in America, dude. He's a beast. Love
Never
Ed O'Neill.
understood Al Bundy more until after I hit 25 years.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
someone send me a no ma'am shirt in the mail right now.
Yeah,
like,
I never get why he was so angry and like upset and bitter.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like today is like I don't feel good.
I love
right?
Ted McGinley,
Yeah.
Jefferson Darcy too.
And no one's asked me if I feel okay. They've only asked me can I use the car. Are you still doing the show? Hey, can you get the dog food? How do I get this TV set up in my shop so it can run commercials? Not anybody. Hey, you okay?
Right.
You feel better? Now I see. I get him,
Yeah.
and I see why dads don't come home sometimes.
Yeah.
Or they come home and just sit in the car for like an hour.
That's what I used to do.
Just
What I used
sit
to do
there.
is I would sneak. That's why I gained so much weight. Was I would sneak Taco Bell. I'd leave work at 9 p.m. and I go to Taco Bell and I'd eat in my car
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then walk in.
Stressy.
Be like, hey, what'd you guys eat? Like, oh, we had some ham sandwiches. Like, okay, did you eat? Nah, I didn't eat.
Yeah.
That was my payback.
Yeah. It's a hard time of the year, the holidays, man. A lot of stress for a lot of
It can be.
families, man. I
Yeah.
mean, like,
And I think that's why I
the financial stress, the stress of being, with your family and, like meeting whatever expectations you might have from that, that can be hard for a lot of people. Hard time of year.
And I think that's why, for me, like seeing like my parents at times and things like that. I think that during that season, I think that's why I kind of was. It was easy for me to be like, I don't really care. I don't want to celebrate. Like I
Right.
just kind of lost that that excitement. But also the season will lose its magic when you get older. And like I said, though, once I had kids, though, everything came back. I
Right.
mean, we celebrate Halloween bigger than we celebrate anything else. It's my wife's favorite, and then it's the best for the kids. The kids love it.
Yeah.
Our neighborhood is one of the best. I mean, everyone in our neighborhood takes part. They make haunted houses and stuff in their garage. We had these people, they the man and woman, they dressed up as the Addams Family. So it was Morticia and
Gomez and Wednesday and Pugsley.
Well, it was just them two. But what they did too is that instead of handing out candy, they had this big ice bin. And you go in there, and they had like little slingshots and like stuff that like
cool.
the Addams Family kind of thing.
Oh, nice, like trick, like kind
Yeah.
of macabre stuff.
Yeah,
like that's
just
cool.
like raise hell kind of things
Nice.
for kids. So and then she had a big glass of wine and like
They were playing the full part.
they
then.
went all everything about it was
That's
this
awesome.
theme, and I was like, that's great,
I'm into that. I love that stuff.
Yeah, and then,
that has the full candy bar vibe neighborhood right there.
For sure. Yeah.
size.
Yeah, for sure. His neighborhood's sick. I've been over there before, and it seems like a really nice neighborhood to go trick or
I
treat.
mean, we had one house every year. They give out the big tub of cotton candy, so the kids always want to go there. But
Hell yeah.
we get the full candy bars. They bring in coffee trucks, and they bring in like photographers and stuff where you can set up.
Look at this guy.
But yeah, you get. I mean, that's what's great is you get the kids' bag, and then I'm going through picking out. And my kids, like my daughter, will crush like an almond joy before she'll eat like a Reese's. So
What?
I'm like that. I don't understand it, but thank God because I'm getting these Reesees.
Yeah,
You can
listen.
have this.
Keep
this
that
other
candy
stuff.
away from the snack cake king is
Oh,
what
yeah.
we call him over here,
Oh
man.
yeah,
I
she'll
mean,
eat dots. I'm fucking with. Because what we used to do is what I'd do is they would go walk around, then we'd go to the house and we'd go through their candy real quick, take the stuff we don't want, and then put it into our bowl,
right, to give it back
out.
away.
Yeah.
Listen to you recyclers, you regifters.
But it's great. We got a lot of people because everyone will set up fire pits and stuff out front of their
That's
house,
cool.
and then put the thing down by the sidewalk or by the driveway sidewalk, and then you got some people who have tubs of beer. There's a neighbor who gets on these stilts and he's dressed up like as like a wraith and like
Nice.
walks around.
Nice.
We've had somebody before a few years back when it first came, when they released the first one, redid the first one, and he literally would just stand in the middle of this intersection where the lights were at, and he just had a balloon dressed as Pennywise and shit.
Yeah.
And like people get into it. And then like this year we had some issues that were kind of annoying. We had, because our neighborhood's gotten some street cred now, being the place to be.
Right.
And so there was a group of young kids that were going, and then when they would knock, and then when the person would show up with like the bowl to hand stuff, they'd try to grab the bowl, take off running,
What?
and just shit like that. And I ain't getting too mad. I raised some hell on Halloween's too at that age. And
Yeah.
and the thing is,
It's called trick or treating. I mean, we would corning.
yeah,
I got
toilet
beat up
paper.
doing that.
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah.
My freshman year, we corned somebody in a Trans Am,
Oh,
Yeah.
and then
Corning
T-tops?
cars is dangerous.
they drove by. We hit them with a drive-by corning, and then these adults saw us later on, and then I was attacked, and I thought I was getting beat up, but he missed every punch. But I was screaming like a girl.
Yeah, right.
maybe that's why he missed. You had them all.
And my friends
All
were
messed up, bobbing and
standing
weaving.
there.
Like
Watch it.
laughing. Yeah.
No, they were petrified. But nobody's like, "Hey, we're best bros. Well, you go down. We can." No, they sit there and watched it.
Yeah, utter shock.
Dude, when I lived in when I lived in Austin and specifically Los Angeles, when I had like my one Thanksgiving in Los Angeles, when I didn't come home and was out there with a bunch of strays, and I was telling people about corning. I was like, oh, we went and corned them, and like I told a story about corning during Thanksgiving, and people were in Los Angeles were like, what's that? And I was like, oh, corning. So you go and you get like these ears of corn out of the field, and it's feed corn. So the kernels are real hard.
Yep.
They're like little rocks, and you shuck them, and you fill socks up full of them, and you go around and you throw handfuls of that at people's house, and it makes a big racket. Or you throw it at cars, and they're like, yeah, and they're like, no, that's it. That's what you do.
We don't have the beach, sir.
Yeah, we don't. We don't have the beach.
They had
We don't
no
have Rodeo
idea.
Drive.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, sorry, I don't surf and, make sourdough bread and avocado toast for fun. We go corning. That's what we do. Or we play basketball. So,
Yeah, we had to
I mean,
create our entertainment, man.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing about it is that like some of those things that you try. I mean, I don't know my neighbors. I don't know their names. I've been here 7 years. I still don't know their names.
Yeah.
I know one of my neighbors. The other neighbors are like an old dude. They're weird.
My wife
their dog
knows their
poops in
names.
my yard.
Like my wife knows her names. She takes a dog for a walk. She knows all the neighbors, the firefighters.
Shout out JT
yeah.
and Liz though. They're cool. They're my cool next neighbors. Hope you guys are listeners. JT and Liz. Shout out.
Yeah, I know everyone, both people on the side of me, and then the two people across the street, and then we know a few of the people that have kids that our kids have become friends with, and stuff like that, and scattered around.
That's how I met one neighbor. Colin beat up one of the kids. So that's how I got the
tough way to meet. Yeah.
Well, a kid was bullying him.
Yeah.
Then they probably deserved it then.
And it was caught on the doorbell.
The ring. Yeah.
The ring. Kid, Colin's on one side of the street right over there. The other kid's going this way. Comes over to Colin. Colin's like, hey, just leave me alone. The kid was twice his size. Colin was a sophomore, and then the kid pushed him, so Colin just punched him and took his AirPod. This is the funny part. Colin threw his AirPod probably about, 80 yards. Colin has a cannon.
Just chucked that boy.
Chucked it. And the whole time, the mom was over there, like, yelling at the cops and yelling at me or whatever. And he was like, he lost his AirPod. He's like, he got those for Christmas. I said, well, just buy him another one. She was just like, I don't have the money for it. And I was like, so is it more that your financial problems you're more upset about and you're projecting on me? And the cop was just like, just stop. And the kid punched Colin during school. Colin didn't retaliate. And then the kid got suspended and then expelled.
Little shit.
But it was hilarious watching him just chuck that. Like,
Yeah. That's funny.
Call that street justice, boy.
Yeah, that's one way. Hey, some people got to learn hard way.
That's
on
right,
some
man.
things,
That's what
man.
I'm saying. Used to catch a scrap back in the day. Catch a couple knuckle Sammies back in the day.
I mean, with the internet now, you can always tell who's not been hit in the face, and not necessarily be punched. Like, just you can tell somebody hasn't walked into a stop sign. Like there's people out there that have never had anything at all hit them in the face, and we as humans we have to have that.
oh, yeah, like getting in a car too fast, hit the side of your head. And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah. And I think that's the small guy mentality is like where it's like, oh, he's got the small. No, it's just he's never ran his head into a door frame. He's
Tall
never
guy
been
problems.
in a basement and caught the beam, like
The
He's
worst.
never played tackle football at Jackson.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then saw the flash of light from Skull and be like, you okay? No, quit being a girl, get up. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout
I
out
think we need to bring back duels.
Yeah.
duels.
Hell
the
yeah.
old lawyer duel.
Sword
kind of thing?
duels.
Or
Bring
just-
them back. Pistol duels, whatever.
Just what I think, just to walk up to somebody and just smack them.
Let
Yeah.
us know in the comments or on the voicemail or the email who would be your number one duel all time.
Yeah, who you
If
got beef with, call
you
them
had-
out.
You had one chance to duel any person, real or fantasy. Who would it be?
Mine's Department of Transportation for potholes in
That's the real
The whole
Christmas
department.
spirit.
Yeah.
That's the
Light
real.
'em up.
It's not what you want for Christmas this year. It's who do you want to, duel to the death.
BJ wants a pit fight with
Yeah.
the whole department.
You
man.
know how much alignment and tires I spent
Oh,
since I've lived in
man.
Indianapolis?
They
It's rough,
finally
man.
just redid the roads in Seymour, dude. And people were fired up about that, dude. Oh, the traffic. Oh, my God, dude.
Making it better, though.
You have 9 people. Settle down.
Exactly, dude. Cracks me up. People are like, I don't want to drive all the way across town of Seymour. The 3 cities I've lived in my life, Chicago, Illinois, Austin, Texas, Los Angeles, California, the 3 worst traffic cities in the country.
Yeah.
And people want to talk to me about traffic in Seymour, Indiana.
I've worked in Cleveland. I've worked
Get
in
the hell
Pittsburgh. Let's see here. Detroit.
Ooh, Detroit's a
Chicago.
rough one.
That's all the way across town.
San Francisco.
Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't
I
want
could
to
sprint across Seymour in
And then
20
I was
minutes.
in Dallas, Texas. Austin traffic was not terrible because they got it smart. They have 5 extra lanes. Look, I got off the wrong exit. Just get right back on.
Yep.
The U-turn is clutch on the Austin,
Yeah,
on
I lived
all
in-
the interchanges.
I lived in Austin on and off working for 9 months.
Yeah.
So
California will have U-turn lights. Where like you want a U-turn, here's your light. You know, like they'll tell you got to do a U-turn here.
Yeah,
Traffic
yeah.
schmaffic.
Whoever set up our interstate system, I know it was Eisenhower. That's not what I'm saying. But who made the additions to some of the Indiana interstates? Were like, I think they still thought we'd have a horse and buggy in 2023.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, you think we'll have nice cars? But like other places you go, you can make U-turns on interstates,
Yeah.
right? And then you don't have to go down 75 miles if you hit
Right.
the wrong exit
Yeah.
to get back
Right.
on.
When you
Yeah.
think, especially the way here in Indiana, there's some exits that are some distance between, and then you hit out. I mean, you get out in the west where you hit Wyoming and stuff like that. They'll tell you, there'll be a sign, hey, there ain't gas station for like the next fucking 100 and something
69
miles. you know?
69 south of Bloomington.
Yeah.
Like you have the Bloomfield exit, then there's the
Yeah,
Washington
like 20
exit.
miles
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, like so. There's those. And like you got to have some turnarounds. You got to at least have something.
And why do we have a roundabout on 11 off 65?
I love the roundabouts. They're
a-
building the other one on O'Brien Street,
I like
and everybody's
roundabouts.
fired
I don't
up.
understand the one right off the interstate though.
I
Like
mean,
what
it's
he's talking
fine.
about.
I
It's
saw
fine.
3 cars there in the past 7 times I got off of there.
Yeah.
Is there a big congestion there? Is it
A lot of
because-
semis
there
come
was
off of there.
I think there was more accidents.
Yeah.
But do you want semis
Because of-
on a roundabout? Have you seen them on the roundabout?
Well, they got the big
Just had them
like
cut right over the-
spacers. They've got the big spacers on these roundabouts to get them because there are a lot of semis that come off there that go out to like Freeman Field and shit.
But yeah, I think that was more of a thing. I think there was a lot of accidents coming off because you come off the ramp and stop, and you had to look. And I think they got to the point where it's like, well, we got to figure out something to slow down.
Yeah,
the
like our
traffic coming
elected
through.
representative Jim Lucas
I was
driving
going to
drunk.
say, I was trying to make sure. I was just like, he's just testing the theory out.
Oh, what a turd!
Going Dukes and Hazard on that.
As if he wasn't already enough of an embarrassment.
Man, his fans are some hardcore fans, man.
No, they're-
Yeah, you have that with that though. I mean,
But whoever built
supporters.
we spent $2 billion for 65 downtown. They made it 2 lanes to go back into 1 in the morning.
yeah.
I still sit there. It's just as fast as when they had 465 only open.
Yeah.
It's
They're
ridiculous.
gonna keep rebuilding that over and over forever.
It's just sad.
With so we got New Year's too. I'm interested on like the big thing with New Year's is always the resolutions.
Yeah.
I
Time
don't-
for gyms to make about $10,000 in the first 2 months of the year and then
Let's see here. Well, no,
battle people to cancel their memberships the remaining 10 months of
it'll
the
be
year.
nicotine pouches, and then let's see, gyms.
Yeah, gyms.
Yeah,
you're gonna
diets are a
have
big
yeah
thing. What's the
diets
new
and
diet?
gyms, and self
Infidelity will go down for a little bit.
yeah for a little. So yeah, check update your Tinder profile and your Bumble. Then
Yeah. What
We-
else?
other New Year's resolutions?
We would eat sauerkraut on New Year's.
Oh yeah,
delicious.
And then we would put 10 pennies outside. My aunt and uncle.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But I know the sauerkraut and like
pennies.
the cabbage. Cabbage is a big
Yeah.
thing too.
What on New Year's? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the what is it? The cabbage. Is it cabbage and something for the new? It's like a tradition for
Corned beef and cabbage.
No, it's not the.
We
corned
just ate
beef, that's just
sauerkraut by
cab-
itself, which I found was like, this is disgusting. Where's the hot dog?
I
Yeah.
never heard about any traditional
I'll
New
smash some
Year's
sauerkraut, though.
foods.
Yeah, but I also realized some of the
It's like
people.
a New Year kind of
Weird.
luck thing.
Weird.
Tradition.
I think it's a colon cleanse. I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
maybe.
Get you started out right.
Get you cleaned
I don't
out
think I've
here
ever
to
made a
start the year.
resolution. I don't think I've ever made a resolution.
Yeah, like
I
me
haven't.
either. Like,
Because I've always been honest with myself. I ain't
No.
gonna, I ain't gonna
Yeah.
fucking do it.
if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I don't need to be January 1 to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be The biggest mistakes adults make is not being self-aware.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
and I mean, but it is an exciting time for a lot of people. It's like, okay, I had a bad year.
Sure.
I did this wrong.
Turn the page.
Here's because right now, right now is a exact year from this time last year. So every day is a year celebration.
New year. Yeah, it can be the day that you turn the page.
Yeah, we create this thing to where it's like, okay, everybody, we're agreeing it's a brand new start, fresh start. Get your hope back. Get
use
motivated.
a little bit of that right now, man. It's
And
hope's in short supply lately, friends and family.
I would like to know how many resolutions have been thought up and say, all right, this is what I'm going to do, and actually did it.
What's the percentage of people who follow through on their resolutions for a full year? It's got to be like 2%.
It's got to be super low. With
I'm
just
guessing
by how
2%.
It's got to go with like the mashed potato numbers, where there's so much of it that the numbers are so low because of the quantity of it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. 2%. I mean, no one's keeping those resolutions.
No.
You quit smoking, you're going to stop eating red meat, you're going to diet, you're going to exercise,
Gonna get a new job, gonna change careers or something.
You're going to be a better husband, wife, father, person, etc.
It's 80% failure rate.
Ooh.
80% failure. So 20%? No, I think that's way high, dog.
According to the research, Rick William isn't wrong. The failure rate for New York's New Year's resolution is said to be an estimated 80%, with most people losing a resolution and motivation just weeks later in mid-February.
That's what I was wondering too. Is like
amazing.
How long or how quick is the failure?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 2 months probably. Yeah,
but I mean that's pretty reasonable number. I mean, New York, it's a good number to take. It's one of the biggest cities in the world.
Yeah,
so kind of give you an idea.
Well, I think we have a new holiday to start. The second Friday in January is known as Quitter's Day.
Quitter's Day.
There we go. All
that's
right.
not that.
That's something I can get behind.
Yeah,
that's my kind of holiday now.
I can
Hell
celebrate.
yeah.
So I can celebrate what happens most of the time.
Sign me
anyways.
up, dude. Quitter's Day. That's my new.
I didn't know that.
That's my new holiday. I love it.
Yeah, I'll have to give a shout out to Quitter's Day when it comes up.
Yeah.
Remind people it's okay.
It's January 13th. Marks National Quitter's Day, a time to highlight New Year's resolutions as some as already failing by the wayside.
Nice.
Falling by the wayside.
So you got a couple weeks there before you can make it to Quitter's Day. If you can make it past Quitter's Day, you probably got a way better chance of continuing your terrible resolution that you made yourself.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, give us your New Year's resolutions that you have no intention of keeping. Give us a call on the Melon Party hotline or give us an email.
Especially knowing a lot of the fucking vagabonds we run around with. I'm sure some guys have got some wild shit. I want to hear.
But if we do know you, we see you post on social media that this is your resolution, we will follow up and call you out for your resolution.
100%.
That is our New Year's
check in.
resolution.
Yes.
Is to call you on your shit.
That's right.
That's
why
something
the
we
Melon
can follow
Party's
up
here.
on.
Absolutely. That's why the hard-hitting journalism of the Melon Party is going to follow up on your
Who
resolutions.
do they think they are? They got microphones and this fancy stuff. They think you think you better than me?
Oh no, we just know that you're not better than us.
Yeah, I kind of
that's
We're
my whole
just
thing.
not going to lie to ourselves about making resolutions to
Too
lose
old.
25 pounds.
Too old to lie to
If
myself.
I'm going to lose
anymore.
25 pounds, I'll just get depressed again.
The flu and depression is a great diet.
Listen,
If you're wanting to lose some weight,
I know how to lose weight.
get you a good stomach bug, or just get real sad.
Totally. It's the easiest way to drop a few lbs.
Yeah, you can knock some weight off that way.
It's not terrible.
Not terrible.
Dietitians hate this one simple trick.
Yeah, get sad. Hate yourself.
It's that time of the year, like I said, man. First of the year, some people had a bad year. Maybe you had a hard holiday, so you want a new change and you give yourself a resolution. Whatever. I'm not gonna hate on people. I'm all about self-improvement. Good for you.
That's the thing.
But you're not gonna finish.
I think the idea behind it is a great idea, and I think we use it in a lot of different senses. But it's one of those things where there's somebody out there that can keep up with it, and this idea of a New Year's resolution helped their life. They were able to do it, but it's not something it's not gonna work for everybody.
Right.
And I mean,
Find your niche, man. Just be real with yourself. That's what being an adult's about. Like you said, having some self-awareness.
yeah, that's what.
Just be happy. I mean, just be happy with who you are. Everything else, and that's fine.
Don't get caught up in that fake Instagram, Facebook, lifestyle that people are putting out there, that their life's all perfect and everything's great, because that's all bullshit.
My favorite thing I've heard, I can't remember who said it, but they said Instagram is everyone's ESPN. It's their highlights.
Sure.
It's not their life.
Exactly.
You know? And that's one thing we do get caught up in, and especially for me and all the different things I've done with businesses, and you can't get caught up in judging your success based off of somebody else's success, because success is whatever you need to make it as.
Be your own barometer. Don't measure yourself against someone else's
Be
success.
happy for your friend's success.
Yeah,
totally.
That's true too.
That's the saddest thing about anything, is be happy for someone else's success.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think a lot of times when people aren't, is because, like, going back to what I said, they're judging off that. So they're
They're
seeing
happy,
you
yeah.
succeed, and they're like, well, I'm trying to do the same thing and I'm not. But instead, the thing is you're still successful. You know, it may not be, you may have not reached a goal that you're trying to get there yet, and you'll get there. Just give it time. But don't judge yourself in.
Yeah, success is a relative term. You know,
and you
find your
can't-
own level of success.
Because once you do that, once you start judging yourself based off all that, then it's you're gonna tumble down a long big hill, and there's gonna be other things then, like what BJ said. Then you're gonna start despising your friends, the people who probably would help you and are helping you in a lot of ways, and then you start despising them, and then at the final thing is that you start to hate yourself, and then you'll completely throw away a dream, or throw away something that really means a lot to you, and it's all based off of something that doesn't matter. And that's the thing, that it's the human brain. We play a lot of tricks on ourselves, and and going back to self-awareness, you have to be self-aware of when something is not true. It's just a game being played on yourself, by yourself. You know, and then you're always your worst critic and your worst enemy.
Yeah, self-love is the greatest love, man. You got to love yourself more before you can love anybody else. So, I mean, just especially now during this time of year when we're coming into the holidays and you're feeling all that pressure, maybe financially or from your family or from your work to hit deadlines or something like that, you know, just keep all that in mind, you know. Find your own barometer of success. You know, be happy with your own output, and, you know, try not to take yourself too seriously, man. I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah, you can't take yourself seriously, or not too seriously. I mean, there's things you want to take seriously and stuff.
For
but
sure.
You don't want to be that hard on yourself about stuff.
Exactly,
I mean, we're all failures at something.
We are all specks on a rock flying through space.
all just a speck of sand on a beach that's 200 million miles long.
Yeah, man.
You're not everything you do is not changing history. You know, you're not changing it in a bad way, you're not changing it in a good way. Just live your life, find your happiness, find the things that you enjoy, and put your focus in on those things. Find the people that you need, that are worth having around, that bring you up and keep you from falling into those mental games. Those are the people who are important. Put your time and effort into those people.
Yeah, and find those people here in the holiday season, man. Or at those around the first of the year. If you're looking to get a goal accomplished and you want to surround yourself with people who are going to help you accomplish that. And I think that's really what the holidays are all about. We get caught up in the gift giving and the commercialization and stuff like that. But I think, you know, obviously for the religious folks out there, you have your religious connotations. But for me personally, I think it's all about just bringing those people around you who want to be with you, who make you a better person and make you want to be a better person. Spending your time with those people, keeping them close, and let them know that you love them and you care for them.
Yeah, and I think the big thing too with the holidays for me, what I do like about it is it kind of forces you to shut down, slow down.
Yeah.
Okay. The end of the year is coming. Mm-hmm. It kind of gives you, it's like, all right, I need to slow down. I need to spend time with family. I need to do this, and then you start helping people more. And I think when you help people and you do things like that, I think that also makes you a happier person.
Yeah.
And helps you handle some situations you may not be handling very well at the time. And I think that's what the great thing about the Christmas holiday and is just people do get happier, you know, and I think people get a little kinder, even though it might just be the excuse because it's the holidays. If it is, fuck it, we need some kindness, you know. So whatever it is, but yeah, I think the big thing with the holidays is just it's a time to start slowing down a little bit, because once you get that resolution and then by the 13th you're not doing it, then you're right back into the fucking same
got Quitter's
shit.
Day staring you right in the face there 2 weeks after you started. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah,
Keep
happy
the people
holidays.
you guys are loving close, and reach out at the hotline or on our pages. Let us know what you're expecting for the holidays or who you're going to be spending holidays with, your holiday plans.
Yeah, call in and leave a message to Santa Claus.
Exactly. Leave us your naughty list or your nice list. We want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, you can do that on the Melon Party Pod at Gmail.
And our telephone number is 317-520-3168, the Melon Party Hotline, as always.
And remember, Facebook, Instagram, under the Melon Party. But yeah, happy holidays, everybody. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. And
we'll catch you around on the
see you
next one.
year.
All right.
Peace.